Do you want to know what's better than ACQUA di Gio, but was created by the same perfumer and the same creative director as ACQUA di Gio? Stay tuned to find out next. Welcome back, everybody, to Joel the Nose. And as you can see, I'm enjoying a beautiful day today. It's the weekend, and I'm sitting in this beautiful, lush, tropical rainforest here in Miami, Fairchild Tropical Gardens. I've been here before. You guys have seen me trying a little bit different camera angle, getting a little more cinematic. From a distance, you can see all the bamboo trees. Hear the birds, lots of wildlife, just a beautiful, peaceful setting, meditating today. And now I'm gonna give you my review of Cap d'Antibes. This is a beautiful fragrance. For those of you who didn't get to attend the masterclass a few weeks ago with Veronique Gabai, excuse my mispronunciation, Veronica. It's Veronique Gabai, and I don't have to go into her backstory, but for those of you who don't know, she is one of the legends, the giants in the fragrance industry. Was head of the fragrance division for Estee Lauder for over 10 years, responsible for purchasing Tom Ford fragrances, Le Labo, Joe Malone. So she probably knows more than fragrance than almost anybody in the world. And a couple years ago, 2019, she decided to go ahead and launch her own label. After years of being in the corporate side, wanted her own control, launched her niche fragrance line, Veronique Gabai, under her name. And actually, let me get out. So, and excuse me here again, we're playing a little bit, a little bit more relaxed today as I show you the fragrances. Today I'm actually going to be, and let me walk over to the camera, showing you, this is a sample that I have for Cap d'Antibes. And I'll open it up so you can see what the bottle looks like. Those are what all the bottles look like this from her line. Beautiful gold. It's kind of like gold and silver, and she explained that those are the colors of Paris, where she spent a lot of her time. She is French. And so that is the sample I have here, and those are the bottles. For those of you who have not seen them, they all look the same. So if you have one, you know what it looks like, or if you've seen one. So again, this is Cap d'Antibes, and all of her fragrances are beautiful, but this one really kind of grabbed my attention because when you heard her masterclass, you heard her talk about her kind of style, and a lot of her fragrances are going to have this kind of citrus top note that is very reminiscent of the Mediterranean, where she kind of grew up. And Cap d'Antibes is actually a location that she would spend a lot of time, kind of when she was growing up. I believe she might have actually, either her parents are from that area or she was born in that area, and kind of a very interesting, again, backstory for it. But she spent a lot of time in this region in the Mediterranean. And the perfumer for this fragrance, by the way, is Alberto Morillas, legendary Alberto Morillas. And she chose him because when she was interviewing perfumers, what she liked is that he, kind of being from that region also in Spain and the Mediterranean, he knew exactly what she was trying to accomplish with Cap d'Antibes. Again, it's a cape, the Cape of Antibes, and in the Mediterranean, and specifically has a tree there that had been brought there by Julius Caesar, many, many years before, and it's called the Alep tree. And the Alep tree has this resinous kind of sap-like material that is what she was capturing. And when you smell this, and when you spray it for the first time, you notice that resinous kind of smell. It's very beautiful, it's very distinctive. And she said Alberto was able to capture that smell. And he knew the area very well. So this, again, is kind of built around this resinous smell, and also the smell of the ocean from the Mediterranean Sea. let's get kind of right into the review. A little more background information. I'll say right now, this is for people who like ACQUA di Gio, who actually, cool little backstory here. She revealed this, which I never knew. Veronique, when she was at Estee Lauder, okay, and they developed ACQUA di Gio, she was the one who developed it. It was her idea. She was the creative director, and then she hired Alberto Morillas to create it. But she was actually the one who developed the entire idea behind ACQUA di Gio, that kind of marine scent that has become ubiquitous everywhere in the fragrance world. So if you like ACQUA di Gio, Cap d'Antibes is like the niche version that takes ACQUA di Gio in a much better, in my opinion, much better direction, much more high quality, and just much more sophisticated. So that's kind of a little background, kind of cool story. But again, and I was right, I just remembered she was born in Antibes. So this is very important to her as a perfumer and creative director. So when you spray this, by the way, just to kind of let you know, the notes, the main notes of this are bergamot, pine tree, cedar, sea notes, and resin notes from the alip tree. Those are the main notes that she discussed. And when you spray it, I'm gonna spray it on my hand right now, actually, spray it on this hand right here so you can kind of see. All right. It's like a breath of fresh, citrusy sea air. Again, if you like ACQUA di Gio, this is gonna be something that you have to try. This is so much better. You know, it's like a master chef who cooked a meal for a fast food restaurant, but then you go to their real restaurant where they cook, you know, basically a 5-star Michelin meal. That's the comparison between this and, say, ACQUA di Gio. Cap d'Antibes is beautiful. And it's a bright, light burst of fresh citrus from the bergamot. And she really uses bergamot in a lot of her fragrances. And you just get this, the bergamot is almost has a tea-like effect, almost like a Earl Grey tea. It's very bright, it's very citrusy. But you get a touch of that marine or sea note also. It's very warm, it's very enveloping, it's very relaxing. It feels like a warm, beautiful day. You can hear the breeze. Listen. Hear the breeze going through the bamboo trees? That's what this kind of reminds me of. It's a very beautiful, beautiful. Okay, and it's slightly tart, very interesting. It's very slightly tart, again, like that Earl Grey tea. And she described the Earl Grey tea kind of as the bergamot that she uses, which is from Italy. The best, she uses also almost all natural ingredients. She does use synthetics, of course, to help with longevity and projection, things like that. But she uses the best natural ingredients and harvests them from the best places in the world. A lot of them are Italy, especially this bergamot. As this kind of dries down, the pine cedar, after about an hour, you get this kind of pine note and cedar note that comes in, and the entrance of that resinous note, it's like an oozing sap tree. So imagine cutting one of these branches of the tree and the sap. It's very resinous, it's very creamy, it's very oozing. And I also get like a little bit of, after the dry down starts, after about 30 minutes, I get almost like a little bit of orange or neroli. And she did mention she uses both orange blossom and neroli in almost all of her fragrances. So although it's not listed, I detect that there's something there in that note. And then as the dry down progresses kind of into the base notes, you get this kind of frankincense, which gives it this very almost classic feel, but it's slightly, I would say, almost like sweet. It's breezy, it's warm, again, like a warm ocean breeze or a warm breeze that's traveling from the sea through the trees. It's sexy, it melts right into your skin, again, kind of like the warm seawater as it kind of dries on your skin. It gives me that element. Just really captures the essence of what I would consider a beautiful marine or sea note kind of inspired fragrance. So you have here is both this marine sea note and also this resinous tree kind of combining with the citrus at the top, and it stays through. That just produces a beautiful fragrance. I really, really love this. I wear it all the time now. I will be purchasing a full bottle when I run through my sample. So this is, for me, a full bottle purchase-worthy fragrance. And what else am I going to say? This is the woman who created ACQUA di Gio. It was her brainchild that basically revolutionized fragrances for the last 15 years in the men's fragrance kind of department or, designer world. And instead, she is now taken it to the next level using Alberto Morillas to create this beautiful, I think breathtaking, timeless, summery, ocean, resinous fragrance. Like all her fragrances are not loud, blasting. These are sensual. So these are fragrances, just to let you know, you're not going to get something that's going to be blasting out, projecting out forever. You're going to get something that's going to give you a good 8 hours on your skin, but it's something that it's meant to be warm and inviting, like sensual, sexual, where with you and your lover, your partner, where you're close and you're smelling each other, and it's that kind of very sensual. This is not something that's projecting off. So that means it's also very good to wear in the office or anywhere you want to be, because you're not going to offend anyone. This is going to be something when they get close to you, it's going to be like a magnet to pull them in. So there you have it. That's my full review of Cap d'Antibes from Veronique Gabai. Masterpiece of a fragrance. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching, as also thank you for subscribing. I'm going to sit here and enjoy the rest of my day in the beautiful Fairchild Tropical Gardens right off the ocean here in Miami. Sit here in the bamboo forest, and I hope you guys are having a great day. And thanks for watching. Peace and love.